Hello there YouTube, it's your Webby3, back another kicking action figure review. Today we are reviewing some more Kaiju stuff. It is the Pacific Rim Page Punchers Raiju from McFarlane Toys. Now, it's been a while since I got some Pacific Rim figures. I have a lot of the Robot Spirits, NECA, and also Diamond Select stuff. But these are my first McFarlanes. And I got these specifically because I saw online that Ross was selling them for $3.99. This is like a $20 figure. Ross is selling them for $3.99. Unfortunately, I've only been able to find Raiju and Crimson Typhoon. You see, if you pause it, you got some Raiju stats there. It also says, Raiju is a two-faced killer, dangerous from head to toe, the Thunder Beast, which is what Raiju means, like literally translated, is armed with razor-sharp claws, a double set of snapping jaws, and a powerful tail. Under Raiju's armor-plated skin, acidic toxicity surges through its bloodstream, making him double the trouble. Pretty cool. And it's a kaiju that other lines haven't given us, which means that it's the one I wanted the most. And I'm very happy they had it. You can see these page punchers all come with a comic book. So let's go ahead, bust Raiju out of package, and see what's up. Now here's Raiju, along with all of the accoutrement. You can see it comes with a copy of Pacific Rim Aftermath #4 from Legendary Comics. I'm not going to actually review the comic it comes with. I need that Spawn figure. But I am going to review the entirety of Pacific Rim Aftermath on this channel at some point. We actually have a lot of graphic novel reviews coming in the future, so I do plan to get this graphic novel and review it. Plus, this is issue 4 from a continuous story, I believe, so it's not gonna make super much sense, but it looks like there's kaiju worshipping cultists, which is pretty rad. It's actually a dope cover. So yeah, that is the comic, and I will review the entirety of the trade one day. And then here are the accessories. You come with this kind of street here, and then a building in 4 parts. You see these are not really painted or anything, but the building sits there pretty well. I wish it's these parts all snapped into each other, but alas they don't. You can see the top of each one has the rubble inside of it, which is pretty cool. It falls apart pretty easy, but for playtime that's pretty good. These toys just kind of came out at the wrong time. Pacific Rim's not really what I would call relevant currently. So that's that, but this building will actually be perfect for a G&G episode that I have planned. I'll try to get it to you guys in February. And I do mean try, because I got a lot going on. But you also get a little tank and a little military jeep, which are pretty cool. There's a lot of playability in this set. They're not painted either, but they got good little detail on them, and I think they're good colors for something you're not going to paint. Nice. Now, what you all want to see, Raiju themselves. Big old beefy Kaiju. Now, Raiju's articulation, we're actually going to start from the bottom up. They have a bendy wire tail, which was very unexpected, but pretty cool. Sadly, there's a lot of cool paint going down, and then the paint just stops right here, and they don't continue painting it. That's a glaring, gross thing, isn't it? Huh, but the tail can go side to side and bend and stuff, and it looks pretty good movement-wise. The legs go kind of 360. The arms as well. That's fun. And you can see that there is kind of bendy wire at the waist, but it is a waist because it doesn't hold its position. It's too thick. So you can move it, but it won't stay. So I would have preferred this to just be solid, honestly. That would have been better. But the rubber covering does go all the way up, so that's a nice seamless transition, because there is no transition. But it would have been nice if that was maybe just covered, since it can't move anyway. Now the body, for the most part, is pretty good paint. I like the paint here. And you see you've got the eyes painted but not the rest of the head. These spines all on the back are amazingly painted, but there's no paint at all on the arms or legs. So every part of this figure either goes really hard on the paint or doesn't have it at all. It's a very weird mix, to be completely honest with you. And this is just me. I would have rather had an open mouth head with the horrible thing coming out of it, like you saw on the packaging. And then the head turns. Bada bing, bada boom. Also 360. So it's a neat little figure. I would have been disappointed if I paid 20 bucks for this thing. Luckily, I did no such thing. Now let's get into the part that everybody likes to see, size comparisons. As I previously mentioned, the only other one I have is Crimson Typhoon, and since I'm now back to showing package in these videos, Crimson Typhoon is not opened. But the next review will be that Jaeger, so tune into the next review to see how this scales with its own line. But I do have a bunch of smaller kaiju lines you can go with, like the Ultra 500 series. So the Ultra Monster 500 series is just a bunch of Ultraman monsters. You can see it's kind of great with Zaragus here. So Spark Doll monsters, it looks like it'll go pretty well with. That's actually a really good sign. Here's another US critter. Also, I found out that Rampage, a lot of it was filmed really close to me, or at least where I work, which is kind of insane. Nice. Anyhow, that's okay, that works. It's not the best, but it works, height-wise anyway. That's George, by the way, from Rampage. How about some vintage stuff? Here is a 5-inch Trendmasters Jiger from their Gamera Guardian of the Universe line. I actually think this looks really good. It's very awesome. And then how about a 4-inch Trendmasters, this one from Godzilla. It is Mogera, which is kind of like a Jaeger. And dang, that's actually perfect. That looks amazing. Yeah, those 4-inch Godzilla Trendmasters might be the best thing to put these with, which is great. Because I love Trendmasters. Now I just want to show them with a dinosaur. Here is the Safari Limited Concavinator, which has been discontinued. But they're still pals. And everything I just showed, I have reviewed. So, all in all, what are my final thoughts on the McFarlane Toys Page Punchers Pacific Rim Raiju figure? Well, it's a little small for a Category 4 kaiju, but I think it looks pretty good with a lot of other small kaiju lines. This is a neat little figure. I'm very glad I have it. The paint could be much better. There are things that I would have preferred changed, but some things like the head, that's just a personal thing. But some things like, hey, why put the bendy wire here if you're not going to make it bendable? I don't know, it's odd. It has fun accessories, though. I think if you have a kid that just likes kaiju a lot, this would be fun for them. But if, you know, your kid hasn't seen Pacific Rim, they might be a little confused by it. Also, the comic, I don't really see an age thing on it. The back of the book is just this really cool art. But while this toy is fun for kids, I'm not entirely sure what the age for the comic is. It looks a little violent to me. It's like there's a human getting blasted right there. So, knife to the throat. You might want to consider that before getting this for a kiddo. But that is it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.